Despite being active and being in sports and such when I was younger, as I started getting older and near the end of college, I started gaining weight, and it became harder and harder for me to exercise, to work out, to get myself to be active, and not only in a motivation sense and just dragging myself to start felt like so tough, but also when you're not used to that and when you're trying to start being active and when you are newer to working out or kind of like restarting that journey, of course it is physically harder because you're out of shape and not used to it, and that alone can make you want to do it less and really can kind of just send you down a spiral, and that's exactly what happened to me. However, nearing fall of 2021, I had this revelation and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it healthy. No restrictions, no toxicity, no none of that. I'm gonna start exercising and we'll go from there. This was the time that I really started getting into the 12-3-30, which you know how much I love it, how much I'm obsessed with it, how much praise I have for Lauren Giraldo, but also fall of 2021, I was really into the season of Dancing with the Stars that was on. Every Monday night it was on, so I'd watch it on Tuesdays when it would come out on Hulu, and I would save it to watch it during my workouts, and I noticed that every Tuesday I would do the 12-3-30 and I would just never stop, or so it felt like. I would be so into my workout and I would just want to keep going because I was so entertained by what I was watching, and it was a happy time. It kind of started establishing the relationship between me and the 12-3-30 and walking and exercise and whatnot being my me time and being the time that I just enjoy, and that eventually I just think and I reflect and I just let my mind wander and I'm just happy. And remember, the hardest part about working out is usually starting. Once you do start, it's not as hard to continue. The first 5 minutes, once you're past that, it's like, okay, I can do this. Once the season came to an end, I started watching other shows and using that as my treadmill time, using that as my workout time. And then I started wanting to work out more and more. I'm a nighttime workout person, so I would eat dinner, I would chill for a bit, and then I'd be like, okay, it's my me time, like let's go. I started getting into the routine. Not only was it second nature, but I also actually started enjoying it. And this strategy actually has a name for it. It's called habit pairing. It is talked about so much in Atomic Habits, but the cool thing that I think, and the props that I give to myself, is that I started doing this, one, before I read the book, and two, before I ever even heard of the term habit pairing. I started taking something, okay, I want to do this, I don't really enjoy it, but I want to get to enjoy it, and I need to incorporate this into my lifestyle. How can I make it better? What can I do to enjoy it, to figure it out, to stick to it? Basically, the definition of habit pairing is just to do something you enjoy while completing a task you don't enjoy. And this can apply to so many things, but starting with workouts and exercise, it changed the game for me. Now, this is not to be confused with habit stacking, which is something totally different, but also mentioned in Atomic Habits. Habit stacking is adding a new behavior to your daily schedule by stacking it onto an existing behavior. So it's kind of like creating a routine in my head. Habit pairing is mixing pleasure with a task maybe less desirable, so pairing good and bad. And habit stacking is adding a behavior onto an existing task or routine. I would seriously and completely honestly say this is my biggest hack, biggest secret, biggest tip of all that I could give you if you are wanting to make a change, whether that be losing weight or something else in your life. Habit pairing can be applied to so many different areas, and I truly think that it's the way to get somewhere. I often talk about how becoming healthier and creating a healthy lifestyle isn't about takeaway, takeaway, takeaway. It's not about cutting out sugar, I can't do this, I won't do this, whatever. It's oftentimes about adding things. For example, adding more whole foods to my diet. The more whole foods I eat, yes, the overall healthier it becomes, but sometimes the better you eat, the less you want to eat those bad things, or just slightly altering things, like I really want to become a salad person, but I'm not a biggest salad person, so I'm gonna add this not as healthy food to make my salad better, right? Altering things to make them more desirable, to make them better. And adding or altering things can really just change the whole game for whatever it is you're trying to complete or get better at. It's not always about take away, sometimes it's just about changing. And with habit pairing, little by little, it gets easier and easier every day. And then honestly, I feel like you can even kind of change your mindset about the initial task overall. For example, it is not hard for me to get myself to work out anymore. And that season of Dancing with the Stars ended far long ago, although I still do watch entertaining things to help the process. And I believe so hard in just romanticizing every part possible of whatever journey you're on, because things are kind of always an ongoing journey, right? But all of this together really helps you stick to something. And that is so important, and that is part of the reason why I've been able to maintain results and maintain habits. Habit pairing makes things so much better, and just enjoying the process and then making it a concrete part of your life, it just takes you so far. It really does. I have to say though, habit pairing can be bad if you make it bad. Say you watch an episode of a show every night, and every time you sit down and watch it, you have a bowl of ice cream. Well, soon you are pairing the show with the ice cream. Maybe this isn't exactly habit pairing because it's not necessarily like good and bad in the way that we want, but it is pairing two things together. So naturally, when you think of one thing, you will be thinking of the other. So you have to be careful, because if you habit pair in the wrong way, it can really bite you. Remember, it is so powerful, but you have to take it seriously and be intentional about it. Remember, intentional is my word of the year. No matter where you are, it always starts with one thing. I want to point this out. For me, I started habit pairing to get me to work out. Okay, once I started working out, other things naturally started going well, okay? Maybe I'm working out so much I start drinking more water. Maybe I'm working out a lot, I'm drinking a lot of water, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna eat more whole foods, and I wanna eat healthier, right? And then it's like, okay, I am working out so much, I'm getting so tired, I need to sleep more. I start sleeping more. And then all of these things start working in my favor. What am I doing? Literally changing my life. Literally altering my lifestyle. Literally becoming a healthy person. Losing weight. Turning into who I want to be. It always starts with one thing. I listened to a really great episode on this from the Mindset Mentor. Love the podcast. I'll link that specific episode. But he talked about, like, literally with anything, any change you're trying to make, any place you're trying to go, it starts with one. It starts with one thing. You can master one thing, well, kind of other things similar to it or in that realm, or, you know, it's like a spiral, but an upward spiral, not a downward spiral. Working out was the best one thing for me. Maybe it's not for you, maybe it is for you, but habit pairing allowed me to master my one thing, which then affected all the other areas, and look where I ended up. I don't really have a, oh, I just gotta get through this workout mindset anymore. Yeah, some days when I'm not feeling it and I'm just being disciplined and working out because I know I have to and I'm not motivated, yeah, I kind of am like, okay, I gotta get through it. But at the end of a workout, you never feel bad. You never regret a workout. It's less of a gotta get through it. It's more of a let's make this enjoyable so that it sticks. It just really is crazy to me that I was doing this all along and I didn't even realize it was until almost a year later. Honestly, the more and more I reflect on this whole journey and how it's been for me the past year, 2 years, whatnot, I feel like the more I'm realizing, the more I'm finding out, the more kind of strategies and tips and, I don't know, just like life advice that I have and I want to share. And me reading Atomic Habits finally and connecting, like, wait, I've been doing that. Like, that is a key part of like how I've made it this far, was such a cool moment, like full circle. And I highly recommend that book. You can do the audiobook. It's a great read. It's a great listen. You gotta consume that information because it's so amazing. And I know this might not be a new topic at all for some of you, but for me, it was, okay? And I have to share it because I think it's so important and such a good concrete strategy that helps you stick to things. And that's the most important thing. Slow progress that you are actually sticking to is so much better than fast progress, because that could just go away really at any time. And when I say fast progress, you know what I mean, right? Like usually if you lose weight super fast, you don't really keep it off. The whole like yo-yo dieting thing, right? So that is how habit pairing helped me lose weight, helped me change my lifestyle, helped me do so many things and stick to so many things, and I cannot recommend it enough. And I'm so happy to share all of this stuff because I think it's really incredible and just something to live by. I hope you found value in this. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. I am always rooting for you in whatever journey you're on, whatever part of the journey you're on, whatever you're working towards. Please romanticize the process. You deserve to enjoy every bit along the way. Please subscribe if you have not. I make lots of videos like this, and I'll see you in my next one.